This is a hard video to make, man. This is going to be my last video made in this space because unfortunately, a few days ago, I was burglarized. I was robbed. A few people broke in here, stole my MPC 3000, which is my heart. Y'all know that machine has been what this channel has been built around, and I really, that's my favorite piece of equipment. That's the heart of my studio, and I love rocking on that thing. And it just has brought me so much joy and kind of meditation and peace in my life. Just chopping up samples, doing what you got to do on it. Anyway, that's, it's been a lot of anger and, me wondering, like, was this an inside job? Like, who knew that the studio was here? Do I have any enemies that I don't know about? But for the most part, I think it's all been pretty positive. This studio and this channel has all been about sharing process and practice and embracing kind of the hobbyist or the serious hobbyist mentality of just kind of elevating your music and your sound. Anyway, all that for the moment is over until I can save up and get another one. But anyway, so the point of all this, they broke in, they stole my computer, the sampler, my Yamaha SU700 MIDI keyboard, and a few other things, my headphones. So it was kind of a hit and run. And yeah, man, it's left me in a real reflective place, where I'm just kind of like, all right, well, I can't make music here anymore, because that just kills the vibe. And it's time for a new beginning. But before I begin the new beginning, which is going to, obviously involve moving to a new space, downsizing, selling things, just, figuring things out, just resetting. I kind of wanted to do a quick little ode to this machine, because every equipment, every piece of equipment, every piece of hardware, everything, every instrument that you own has its own story. And I truly believe that. I'm not just saying that. So this MPC, I remember saving up to get it. I came from the 2000 XL. I had wanted to upgrade for a long time. I was waiting tables at a place called Lake Chalet here in Oakland. And I was just waiting tables, just hustling, picking up every extra shifts. It took about 2.5-3 months, saved up $1,000, and I bought the MP. And I still remember dude's name. His name is Alexander Cleaver. And I know that because every time I booted up the MPC, his name was on there because he had the new software installed on it. And, back then I wasn't very good at making beats. You could argue I'm not at it, very good right now. But the point is that, in 2010, that's 14 years ago. That's how long I've been rocking on this same machine, taking it everywhere where I go, every apartment, every studio. That was my machine, brought it into big studios and played some drums on people's records. And mostly just, collected records, sampled, and just worked with it. And it's, you could tell, obviously, this is hurting me, but it's even the weathering, the wear and tear on the machine had its own unique, look and feel. And I feel like that was my handiwork. It was repaired by Bruce Forat down in LA, maybe 2015-ish, and he's a legend. If you don't know him, look him up. But he worked very closely with Roger Linn, developed a few drum machines and samplers of his own. And he's an expert at repairing them and services them for, people like Dr. Dre and Manny Fresh or whoever. All the big time producers that use MPCs and SP1200s, he's often the one they go to repair them. He repaired and restored my MPC in about 2015. And most recently, my homie Wes out here in Oakland, he, got me new pads because I used them so much that the pads became unresponsive. Fixed a couple of the switches. Anyway, the point is that MPC has a life of its own, and it's been through a lot. And some, kids, or presumably, I don't really know who broke in here, but somebody just got their hands on, in my opinion, the greatest drum machine of all time. And that, that's good for them. That's a come up. But, for me, that kind of sucks. So anyway, I'm at this crossroads. I have to gut the studio. Can't make anything here anymore. So I'm moving on. And I just wanted to say peace and thank you to everyone who has supported me on this channel for this entire time. I definitely will be back. It's just I'm not sure in what capacity. I need to take a little break. I need to save up money. I just need to find a new space, and get back to my creative practice. One last thing I'll say is, in this, experiment, this studio journal, not once have I ever asked anyone to like, subscribe, share, donate, anything. That's just not how I get down. This is about, YouTube is like about being free. At least this hidden corner of YouTube, there's no ads. Well, there are ads, but there's no sponsorship. Akai didn't send me my NPC. Roger Linn didn't hook me up. Like, this is just user to user, just making stuff and sharing process. But that being said, I did start a GoFundMe, or my homie Raphael started a GoFundMe for me because he knows how much, this machine meant to me and how important it is to replace it. The insurance company is on some BS, basically saying it's a vintage item, and they're only giving me the amount of money that I basically paid for it and what they feel it's valued at, which is essentially a third of what it's worth. So with that, I'm not going to be able to get, a new MPC until I start selling gear or something. So if you can chip in at all, there's a link below to a GoFundMe, and anything helps. Honestly, even if you just send me a note like, yeah, my bad, tell me about a time that you've been through this. Because I shared this on my Instagram, and a lot of folks have been like, yo, I got robbed too. This happened. It changed my life. I switched up, whatever. It is usually a point of, a turning point where you have to bounce back and come back even stronger. Come back with a new focus. Just come back. You have to bounce back. And that's what I'm focused on. That's what I'm aiming for. So if you can donate, whether it's $1, $5, $100, whatever, anything that will help me get my NPC back a little bit sooner so that I can get back to doing what I love and hopefully sharing that with, this community, this music making community that I honestly value. So, this is Eddie Leonard signing off. This will be the last video made in this studio space. We had a lot of fun here, and made some really cool things, I hope. All right, be well and stay safe, y'all.